I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, and it was supposedly 38 degrees, but it felt a lot colder than that. So even though it's not as severe it has been in the past, it's still cold out there, especially for folks that have to stand outside for a long time. So I just want to start by thanking all of our local government and the state of Texas staff that respond when we experience severe weather here in Travis County. Their prep work of both the city, the county, and the state help keep us safe, warm, and moving before, during, and after any winter weather that we're going to experience. I want to emphasize that the public should expect and prepare for cold weather tomorrow. History has shown us that we'll experience at least one severe cold snap each season. We need the public to do their part and be ready. And if you haven't already begun, the time to start preparing is now. Please make sure to review how to keep your house warm, how to travel safely, how to prepare for power outages should they occur, and how to work and play outside in the cold if necessary. A little attention now will help reduce injuries and property damages for residents, pets, people, and plants over the winter season. Remember, everyone is at risk from the dangers of extreme cold, but newborns, elderly, folks with chronic illnesses, outdoor workers, and the unhoused are more vulnerable than most people. Everybody should have an emergency plan. Having a plan is crucial to help you stay healthy, ensure the comfort of your family, and to respond quickly to emergencies or other disruptions. Focusing on these priorities allows for you to rest assured once the severe weather arrives. And when you're making your preparations, Travis County and the City of Austin are doing the same. Staff from our Office of Emergency Management, the Transportation and Natural Resources Department of the county, and the Health and Human Services Department will be on the ground helping and preparing for what might happen. The Office of Emergency Management is also coordinating with the smaller cities and towns within Travis County. There are about 21 of those outside of the City of Austin, towns and villages that are partially entirely within Travis County. And our Office of Emergency Management is coordinating with them to make sure that they have no unmet needs as well. Our TNR, our road crews, are out evaluating whether or not we need to pre-treat roads, and whether or not we do, if we need to treat them if they do ice up tomorrow. We're also ready to assist after the storm for any debris management in areas outside of the City of Austin. Our Health and Human Services staff will also serve as the point of contact and coordinators for mental health services and senior assisted living centers when the Emergency Operations Center is activated in Travis County. Finally, all 6 Travis County community centers are open to the public as warming centers during normal business hours, can extend hours when necessary, and we will assist getting folks to the city shelters if they need to stay in places overnight. So I want to thank the public again, thank the mayor and the city council and the state of Texas for working together so well while we prepare to get ready for tomorrow. Thank you all very much. And I'll pass it on to Bill Wilson, the interim director of HSEM.
Good afternoon, Bill Wilson, interim director of Austin HESM. As winter moves across central Texas, the City of Austin's Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Management, or HESM, wants to remind the community to prepare and take safety measures. As the judge mentioned, it's important to protect the 4 Ps: people, pets, pipes, and plants. In order to do this, you can dress in layers to protect yourself from the cold. Never heat your home with these sources indoors: a power gen, propane, or charcoal burning device. These can release deadly carbon monoxide and create fires. Be weather aware. Know the temperature and road conditions before leaving your home. Bring your pets inside to keep them warm and safe. Insulate or cover exposed pipes to protect them from freezing. Turn off outside faucets and drip 1 faucet only. Cover your plants or bring them in. For more information on staying safe in winter weather, visit ReadyCentralTexas.org. This is HESM's digital preparedness hub. The City of Austin opened overnight cold weather shelters on Sunday night and each night since. Tonight, due to anticipated precipitation on Thursday and lower high temperatures, the city is going to transition to a 24-hour shelter operations. The 24-hour cold weather shelter operations will last through Friday morning when the shelters were clear and resume normal operations going into overnight Friday. With this transition to 24-hour sheltering, that also triggers activation of the Austin-Travis County Emergency Operations Center, or EOC. We will activate the EOC at 2 p.m. today following this press conference. During the activation, up-to-date information regarding the situation can be found at the City Alerts webpage, which is austintexas.gov/alerts, and there it will be translated into 14 different languages. During this activation, up-to-date information regarding the situation can be found, from the EOC, Austin Heesum will be monitoring the weather, coordinating the response of our public safety departments, and assisting shelter operations and other logistical needs to ensure the safety of our community, employees, and first responders. Cold weather shelters open when overnight temperatures drop below 35 degrees based on the National Weather Service's reading at Camp Mabry. Registration for shelter happens each day between 6 and 8 p.m. at One Texas Center, located at 505 Barton Springs Road. This location acts as the central embarkation point for anyone seeking overnight shelter. Individuals can get information about access and activation by calling the Cold Weather Shelter Hotline at 512-972-5055. Again, that number is 512-972-5055. For more information about cold weather shelters and other emergency updates, please visit our alerts webpage at www.austintexas.gov/alerts. Facilities that are open during regular business hours, where community members can get a reprieve from the cold. An up-to-date map of our warming centers is available at www.austintexas.gov/alerts. Community members can use this interactive map to find a location near them and get easy directions. Next speaking is going to be Eric Carter, the Chief Emergency Coordinator with Travis County.
Thanks, Bill. Good afternoon. I'm Eric Carter. I'm the Chief Emergency Management Coordinator for Travis County. As everyone here has said, we need the public to be ready for severe weather, winter weather this week. In addition to signing up for Warren Central Texas, it is important for the public to pay attention to local news organizations and their weather forecast. I also encourage the public to follow all of Travis County's social media accounts for updates. From winter weather to the scorching heat, summer heat, our social media accounts will have tips on how to prepare for any event. We have accounts up on Facebook, X, Instagram, Nextdoor. For those residents in the unincorporated parts of Travis County, I encourage you to start preparing your properties, especially in the western portions of Travis County, where the potential for freezing rain is most prominent. Special shout out to the school districts, homes with small kids. Make sure you bundle them up, wrap them up. They're warm when you drop them off for school. Hopefully take the latest you can. Don't leave them out too long before the school opens, in other words. But with the cold weather, you want to make sure your kids are safe. Last but not least, as Judge Brown noted, the Travis County Office of Emergency Management will remain in constant communication with the other smaller cities and municipalities within Travis County. By working together and preparing properly, we can lessen any damage resulting from the severe winter weather. With that, I will pass it to Stuart Riley, Austin Energy Deputy General Manager.
Good afternoon. As Eric said, I'm Stuart Riley, Austin Energy Deputy General Manager, and I just want to let the public know that Austin Energy teams are ready to respond to the winter weather. We prepare year-round for extreme weather, including in the winter months. At our power plants, substations, and other electrical facilities, our focus is on inspecting, maintaining, winterizing, weatherizing, and insulating our equipment. We perform frequent inspections leading up to the winter months and during the winter months. Over the past 2 years at Austin Energy, we have enhanced our emergency management capabilities. We have added new mutual aid contracts, and we have all the supplies necessary on hand for restoration activities should we see any necessary during this event. Austin Energy crews are on call and on shift 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in all weather conditions, ready to respond to any outages. In addition, our vegetation management crews are out there trimming trees, keeping limbs off of power lines, off of poles, off of other electrical infrastructure to help prevent outages from even occurring. Not every winter weather emergency is the same, of course. In 2021, we saw a lack of power generation across ERCOT. In 2023, we saw 3/4 of an inch of ice that weighed down trees and other infrastructure. And so I say that to say that we need to prepare for all types of events that could occur. We are not anticipating a lack of adequate power generation, and ERCOT is not forecasting an inadequate supply. We are also not anticipating significant ice accumulation, as you have heard, but we need to be ready. We are staying ready at Austin Energy, and we ask that our customers get ready and stay ready as well. No matter what the cause, our community can help to get ready by signing up for outage alerts. Make sure that Austin Energy has your contact information. Make sure you know how to report an outage. And to register for those text alerts, you can text REG, as in register, to the number 287-846. Again, that's text the number 287-846, and you want to text the word REG, as in register. Also, on the Austin Energy website, you can find tips for how to prepare if you go to austinenergy.com/outage. And we have current grid conditions up on our webpage at austinenergy.com/alerts. There's a lot of helpful information there. If you were to go to austinenergy.com/alerts right now, what you would find is that ERCOT has declared a weather watch through January 10th. However, we are in normal grid operating conditions right now, so you will see on that page that we are in everyday conservation mode. So while conditions are normal right now, we are ready. We are ready to respond, and we will be ready to act should conditions change. And with that, I will pass it off to Richard Mendoza with Austin Transportation Public Works.
Thank you, Stuart. Good morning, everyone. Richard Mendoza, Director, City of Austin Transportation and Public Works. So we'll be monitoring our city's roadways very carefully between now and Friday. And while the current forecast does not include any freezing precip, either sleet, ice, or snow, we do encourage our residents to use caution, as we do expect wet conditions, and also to continually monitor our conditions. As you know, they can change rapidly. So first, please check our official city communications regarding road conditions and any current incidents or road closures. And then we also suggest mapping out a route when you do go out and about, and avoid areas where black ice may form overnight, such as on bridges and overpasses. While we do not expect prolonged sub-freezing temperatures, sometimes with the wind chill, when we do get wind conditions, those elevated structures can be prone to development of black ice. Our crews train for these types of winter events during the off-season, and we're prepared for these types of potential winter storms. We've conducted exercises as well as dry run exercises to drive our routes. And our current plan is for our road crews to be on standby beginning tonight through Thursday to be able to deploy anti-icing materials as necessary and as conditions may warrant. We will first focus on our prioritized high-profile routes and high-profile facilities such as hospitals, warming centers, and fire EMS stations. And the crews will be postured to apply de-icing material as necessary. Additionally, sometimes with high winds, it can impact our traffic signals. We have over 1,000 signalized intersections throughout the city of Austin, and we urge our public, if you do encounter a dark signal, please observe that as a four-way stop. We do have, and call them 311, because our traffic crews do have standby generators, which we can deploy on those very high-capacity roadways, as well as temporary four-way stops. So with that, I want to thank you for your time this morning, and know that the Transportation Public Works stands ready to respond to any degree of winter weather emergency.
Thank you. Those are all the presentations we're going to make right now, but we do want to open it up for questions, and we've got others here, obviously, that can answer any specific questions that somebody might have. So let's start with questions. Yeah, Betty.
Yes, thank you for that question. At Austin Energy, we continue to expand our tree trimming program, and our progress is underway. We are on a journey. We aim to complete every one of our over 300 electrical circuits on a 7-year cycle. We are a couple years away from completing all of that work, I believe, but we are well underway, and we have a system in place that prioritizes the highest need areas. Those are the areas that are underperforming in terms of their reliability. We prioritize those areas, and any areas that are of heightened wildfire risk, we prioritize those areas as well. We have greatly expanded our tree trimming contracts. We've added additional tree trimming crews. We've expanded our budget, and we're making a lot of progress in that regard. I don't have a specific number for you, but I can certainly follow up with you. We'll have our communications team follow up with you. We can get some specifics. Thanks.
Other questions? Yes. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you for the question. Yeah, we modified the rules around cold weather shelter, as you mentioned, that many are aware of. We've increased our threshold from overnight looking like it would be 32 degrees to 35 degrees. We've also done some advanced communication, in other words, one day in advance, where we used to notify folks on the morning of. And so we think that the communication, the change in threshold has really helped improve our communication with the community that are outside right now, and we're seeing more folks come in, or as many folks as we would hope, and we continue to work on that. Yeah, so we've had 3 activations.
I was just going to give you the numbers.
Oh, that's all right. So yeah, we've had 3 activations so far: Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Sunday was right at around 200. Monday was just under 300, and last night was just over 300.
Any other questions? Judge, you want to say anything?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you for getting the message out. We feel good about where we are, but we promised that we would do this time and again to make sure that people knew what was going on and that we were calling attention to what needed to happen, and we couldn't do it without all of y'all. So I really hope people will use these resources. Please go to warncentraltexas.org, warncentraltexas.org, so that you can get emergency notifications. And I encourage people to please download the free app Ready Central Texas. You'll have that on your phone, and it will provide you with updates related to news, emergency plan checklists, and additional resources you might need in order to prepare for the winter weather. So thank you all very much. Everybody stay safe and warm. Thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
Except for the road, she's now gone back up there.
What was that? It just goes to show. What was it? I saw that thing. That thing was a water bug. I saw that.